Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? Today we're going to be looking at Prince Harry and his mental health. One of the things I want to look into around this is his story changes. He says that going back to 2016 and earlier, Prince William was very helpful with him. They helped him get mental health. They worked together on the Heads Together campaign. They talked about being in therapy and stuff. And then he said that he contradicts that, saying that in the Oprah interview, he says that he never talked about mental health in the royal family. And there is, there are so many contradictions. He's just done another thing and talked about his emotional support dogs. I know it's probably an offhand comment, but yeah, so he was doing a Well Child interview and he mentioned that, and so yeah, he's still talking about mental health. He's an ambassador for Better Up, but I thought we'll just have a look and see why his story has changed with his mental health. So we're going to have a look. We're going to use the Morgan Greer tarot cards, and we're going to see why his story's changed about his mental health journey. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate you guys' support. If you just arrived here, please consider subscribing. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much for all your support. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, there is some stuff in the description box below, my social media. So yeah, let's have a look and see why Prince Harry's story changes with his mental health. Okay, this is all to do with not getting your way and temper tantrums and throwing his toys out the pram. Straight away, this is a huffy card. It doesn't appreciate anything that has been given to him in the past. He's very messy with how he feels about stuff. He's very entitled, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, and he doesn't feel like anyone's been very generous to them when they have reached out, they have tried to help him, but he's always knocking it back. Ooh. So the Knight of Cups is what's crossing him. So this is someone who's quite emotional. He probably is quite emotionally immature. He wants to be this kind of Jack the Lad kind of energy, and it doesn't quite sit well with how his experience of receiving treatment, even though he's rejected a lot of stuff. This is kind of a, usually my Four of Cups is my kind of toddler energy, toys out of the pram, and then you've got the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is a very kind of somebody who's seen as fun, flirty and all that, and that's what he kind of can't marry up, this toddlery throwing his weight around, toys out the pram energy, with this kind of his public persona, which he wants to be this bubbly, bouncy, nice person, and it just doesn't make sense. But what's known about the situation? The Empress in reverse. Okay, so this is the public thinking there has definitely been a change since Meghan came on the scene. Everybody knows he's definitely got mummy issues. There's a lot of stuff that's been played on. He does bring up things that have happened to him, his loss of his mother a lot. This is also being fed into by people mirroring aspects of Diana's life, maybe clothes and perfume, things like that. And people are onto it. People can see, as you know, you're here, we're talking about it with the tarot, and the tarot is just saying to us, like, yeah, we all can see what's going on. And everybody presumes he's got these mummy issues, and he tries to kind of bring it out. with that. And underneath we have the King of Swords. Okay. So while we have the Empress and the mother issues and all this kind of stuff, what's actually driving this is this kind of callous, quick, there's this kind of business person who is around him and pushing him, and this kind of legal and lawyer brain that is around and pushing them forward. Someone is underneath and saying yes and kind of egging him on with making these statements. It's kind of how they're, I guess, that how they're building their brand. And then we have this dreamlike state. The Seven of Cups in reverse. It's all very wishy-washy. It's all very word salad. Nothing seems quite as real as it is. There's a lot of kind of gaslighting going on here. The moving of goalposts, the moving of truths, things getting convoluted, things getting mixed up, things getting messed up. He's very kind of disassociated in his head, because you really have that King of Swords energy that is kind of pushing him forward, and he's really feeling, it's almost like he doesn't necessarily understand everything that's happening to him, and he's kind of caught up in it, and he just blames everyone else for it. So the Ace of Wands in reverse. There's going to be some angry statements. I feel like he's feeling very annoyed. He's going to try something new regarding mental health. This isn't something that is very easy for him, because he's annoyed by it. Something's happening that he's annoyed by. Let's see if we can get a bit more from the other cards. And this is coming up into his near future. Okay, so he feels like he needs to settle a score. He feels like there's been some injustice with him. He's, well, this could be the Elton John stuff with the Daily Mail. This could all link into that. Yeah, because there we have the Five of Wands, and that is a lot of defensive. He feels like he's being attacked. He feels like he's being jabbed. He feels like everything is kind of like always having to defend himself. He's always getting into these arguments with these people. These people won't leave him alone. But it's not well fated. He's worried about more stress. He's worried about more anxiety, feeling tied up, feeling restricted. And then we have the Chariot. He's conflicted. There's two different paths that can happen. And he doesn't know which way to pull. He doesn't know which way to go. He's kind of out of control in the distant future. And I had the Chariot come up with readings around the coronation and yeah, stuff like that. So I do feel like he is definitely kind of out of control, not in complete control of how he feels. There's a definite feel here that there is like some disassociation, and he kind of just acts impulsively with the Ace of Wands and goes with whatever's being said at the time. The King of Swords there, lawyers, legal people pushing him on. There's definitely this kind of disassociation and marrying up of what's going on for him mentally. He feels like there's been a real injustice, and with the Four of Cups upside down as well, this is this kind of like petulant kind of energy that comes through. So yeah, he's really feeling a little bit wounded, a little bit kind of sorry for himself, a little bit on the outs with it all. Let's see how How does Meghan feel about Harry's mental health statements? I really feel like from this, to answer the question, why does he make statements, he just says what he needs to, feels like he needs to say at the time. Nothing is ever stuck down. Everything is disassociated. Everything is a little bit daydreamy. Everything is just, it just kind of goes along with stuff, which is weird. Then we have the Ace of Cups again. Okay. So she feels some kind of way. And when you think about the Ace of Cups and mental health, she's definitely, there's like this dissociated, wishy-washy, meditative, out-of-body kind of experience with it. There's some definite stuff going on, guys, for entertainment purposes only, of course. But the Ten of Swords in reverse, there has been an ending. Wow. She's definitely sick of something to do with it. She's definitely had enough of something. But let's have a look and see what that is. Two of Pentacles. So she doesn't feel it's balanced and doesn't feel it's fair that any reporting on the mental health and any reporting on her and any reporting on them and work life. It just seems like things aren't balanced. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. She's had enough with something. Something has come to an end, but she's also pushing something to come forward. There's a new kind of money making venture to do with mental health. There's going to be something added for it, something that's going to get monetized. So while kind of Harry's feeling like lost and a bit all over the place, Meghan's got to the point where she's fed up with some of the stuff, and while she is slightly dissociated and not kind of in touch with reality, she's recognized a kind of money-making scheme, a start of something, the start of a new fortune with something. Let's have a look at the other cards and see what else we can get. The King of Swords in reverse. Okay, and we've got the King of Swords right there for Harry. So this King of Swords figure is pushing them, is being a bit manipulative. There's a figure in their life that wants them and probably on board with it as well, to start something new, to drive something new regarding mental health, to show people how they've been wronged. There's a sense of not being able to take ownership as well, to say your actions have caused you stress. Here we have King Charles in reverse. She's probably going to come out and say something against against King Charles, being maybe he's being cruel to Harry. Maybe they want to start something new. They may come out and speak out against King Charles and something that's happened to them that they see particularly cruel, and linking that back in with Harry's loss and Harry's grief. Three of Wands. So she's looking out and she's wanting to work with someone else around this. And Harry's got the Judgment card. So this could be them working with lawyers, working with people to help bring about some new business, some new investment. Definitely looking out across seas, looking out towards to see if they can connect with anyone about something that's happening, and that could well be there we go, what's surrounding them, the Tower. So there is a lot of kind of changes going to be happening. She feels really pressed about the situation they're in at the minute. There is a bit of disassociation with it. This could well be her marrying up how she feels about being connected to Harry. Because he's got the Chariot in reverse, so he's kind of feeling like out of control while there's something happening with her, even though stuff seems on the surface, from what we can ever gather, to be quite all right, to be quite kind of plodding on. But what's happening around her is there's Tower moments. Things are falling apart. She's also got this kind of situation where there's a disassociation going on with her and Harry. So I'm wondering if things aren't quite as happy as they like to portray. There we have the King of Cups. So straight away, she's worried about how other people are in the story of Harry's mental health. You've got the Emperor in reverse there, and then you have King of Cups, William, who's Cancer. She's very kind of aware of how Harry relates to his father and his brother, and she sees that something's going to happen with King Charles regarding Harry's mental health. I don't know if there's going to be a statement about it or something, but there's or it's going to be in Netflix or it's book or whatever, but she's concerned about William for some reason. And here we'll see what the last Ace of Swords. So they're going to start something new, and it's going to fall on its bottom because you've got this going in, slashing away energy, more legal stuff. We've got the King of Swords appearing in both of them. She's having a Tower moment. Things are falling away, things are burning away. She's not feeling like she's got a grip of stuff when it comes towards Harry and his mental health. There's a fine line when you're monetizing somebody's emotions, I guess, to balance it out with showing to be able to care. And she seems a little bit disassociated from it. There is concerns regarding finances and balancing of books and finances, and the King of Swords came through in both sets, and it does seem like they're going to be driving, even though Harry kind of has to seemingly reprocess his mother's death on a constant daily basis. It's definitely some wounding, and he's going to come out angry, and it's going to be something about King Charles and the Tower around her. That's interesting. I'd seriously watch out for these things. It's interesting how William and King Charles came through on her reading. And there's somebody, the King of Swords, who's definitely around them, calling some shots. Interesting. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please let me know what you think of the cards down below. What's your interpretation, if you want to add anything. And yeah, thanks for being around, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.